to be the first valedictorian from the School of Cinematic Arts. Woo! I am also your unemployed valedictorian this year. Yeah. But you guys don't have to worry about me. I've got irons in the old fire. I slipped a little something in the back of Will Ferrell's program a little bit ago, so, Will, just have your people call my people. For each of us, for at least 4 years, we've made the USC bubble within the big wide world our home. USC has shaped, inspired, and challenged us, and introduced us to friends that we will love for life. Many of you I know personally will literally change the world in some amazing fields of endeavor: the environment, global health, technology. Me? I just really want to write cartoons. So when 3 distinguished professors interviewed me for this position, I was like, wait, don't you guys want the grad who's going to be curing diseases? Because hopefully I'll make some fun stuff someday, but short term, I'd be really stoked to get a minimum wage gig taking some producer's dog out for potty breaks. So yeah, I want my own goofy show on Cartoon Network someday. But alongside all of our ambitions are our values, our motivations for our work. And I hope that for all of us, that is much more than just making a living, which we're all going to do anyway. After all, we have a USC degree. But we can do a lot more. For me, I'm pretty sure that animation can change the world. Storytelling is a part of human DNA. When kids bang plastic animals together, say that the giraffe is cheating on the pig with his brother, the elephant, we can all see what they're doing. They're telling each other stories. We're born with imaginations, and play is how they manifest. In 5th grade, when all of my friends were starting to outgrow their toys, I remember crying to my mom that I was going to lose my imagination. It was my biggest fear. It was baloney, and I still have stick horses and plastic swords in my college bedroom, and they've made regular appearances on the Greek row. Will knows what I'm talking about. I didn't lose my imagination. Frat star. I didn't lose my imagination. I channeled it into a more mature type of storytelling, screenwriting. I've been really lucky because when I chose to study cinema at USC, as well as law, history, and culture in Dornsife, I chose a curriculum about what it is to be a person. As Viola Davis put it at the Oscars this year, what it means to live a life. In my opinion, hearing and telling stories is as important to our psychological health as being disease-free is to our physical. I was really dramatically done with math after high school, so anything science-y, performing life-saving surgery, totally out of the cards for me. But my hope is that the work that I do will help people in less obvious but still meaningful ways. A truth that I take away from the cinema school: the stories that we tell go far beyond just commerce or entertainment or even art. They transcend these categories. What we create is part of a continuum, reflecting the human experience, our shared mythology and past. From the goofiest cartoon to the most revered films, it's truth that we're after. How is it that different cultures, not connected by space or time or any form of communication, somehow produced similar or even identical tales? How is it that there is a Beauty and the Beast in almost every spoken or written language? Cinema has only been around for 100 years, which is crazy because I look around and see all you peeking into your pockets at your phones. We're all pretty much screen addicted at this point. Cinema has done much in its century of existence, but it hasn't done enough. It hasn't lived up to its potential for social change. I believe that representation matters. It matters to have African American, Hispanic and Latino, Asian, Native American actors on screen. It matters that LGBTQ actors portray LGBTQ characters. In cinema, we have the opportunity to go beyond saying that Black Lives Matter. We can actually show it. Think Moonlight. Our work should say to anyone watching that your identity is valid, that you are important, and that your truth matters. This goes for home and it goes abroad. If Netflix and Amazon and Hulu, all developing their own kids' programming now, and all fine companies that I would be pleased to bring some fresh ideas, if they all just want to replicate the old profit-seeking TV networks on a digital platform, then they can go ahead. No one will blink an eye. But they would waste huge potential to make media purpose toward global accessibility and thereby global equality. Technology and media are in their most exciting time, and we should care more than ever about message and responsibility. Children actually have a cognitive reaction to animation, where they focus better on it than they can on live action or books or even real life. They absorb its meanings better. TV teaches us everything from how to kiss to how to tie our shoelaces, and we decide. Do we want this content to say, this is what a girl is, and if you aren't this, you aren't a girl and you're wrong? Or do we want it to say, you're a girl if you feel that you are a girl, and you can represent yourself however you choose to, because that is your right as a person? That is the power of message that cartoons have. SpongeBob taught us, love yourself and stay optimistic. Pokemon, remain loyal to your friends. Toy Story, help others, it feels good. Even South Park. South Park taught me to question authority, question power, dig beneath the most convenient answer. That's a skill, and it's one that we should all have finely tuned in these dark and drumpy days. And remember, Hey Arnold? Cool. Hey Arnold showed me that there is a huge difference between a dangerous neighborhood and a systemically poor one. And that there is good to be found in people in the lowest to highest of stations, and the best way to find it, the only way to find it, is to treat everyone with equal respect. That's a lesson that I carried into USC, with this neighborhood so often discussed in negative terms, but I have found only good under the overpass, and a lot of it. Like Westside German Shepherd, where USC students volunteer walking great dogs plucked from overcrowded shelters. Or Every Table, a cafe that adjusts the prices of its ready-to-eat meals to its customers' income, meaning the $10 meals in Santa Monica subsidize the $4 meals available just a few streets away from us now. But the best find in this neighborhood is the kids. And USC has afforded me amazing opportunities to work with them in local schools while here. Many of you as well, I'm sure. As much as I believe in film, I believe in children and their ability to love and learn and grasp meaning from what they watch. The generations after us need to be brilliant enough to feed a global population that will be entirely unsustainable by 2050. To do that, they're going to have to believe that they can and that they should. And that is where education and kids' media need to intersect. By studying film, I've seen how it's an instrument to create empathy, connect people, and even right wrongs. By working with kids, I've seen that nothing matters more in developing a good person, someone with an open mind and heart, than being told that you already are one, so just keep swimming. So it comes back to home. When we look at USC today and all of this medieval-style construction, let's remember that symbolism matters. We can be proud that this school, even with its turreted castles, is not some feudally closed-off fortress.